Ka showroom kali bathmai jangka Tata Motors Kladon haga jylla menta. One shaka Frank Motors like Goringi Shillong.
Khubor ka bakindit bantip pat panyosngo kalong bakirang ïalehkai table tennis ke jylla Meghalaya ke badan mentah hakaban mikmat yala ke jylla haka lempung ba ïalehkai 83rd Senior National TT Championships kapla ya chaprang hasai Indo Hall Nehu Kim Shimlayo Satya ban kilan yaladi hakimit kibla penon kamenta hagani ke lempung ïalehkai Henry ke basngosi ban syam badyo I kalong ban nakaliang ki kena kibla syajid ban mikmat yala ke jylla hagani ke lempung ba ïalehkai Kadur khmat ke jongki ke kerensyai kedar ba hapok ke senjuk jong ke Meghalaya Table Tennis Association don AA bha shalendet ya ka ba kumki khana kimnot pat ban ang ne ban cham ye ke jingshisha penban ke A ke ba mi pau ke Shillong bai tang ke jingkun hapok ke mensim pat hala ke jong ke donut ya ka ba kimla pat ban clay yaki shabar habai kran bat kilat pathai Khubor menta ke sngi nakaliang ki coach ba don benta ka pynkhreh ya ka kynhun ban yakhun hagani ke lempung ki laong ba kapor kala long ka pathmet pha ya ka bala benrap ta ka jongwan ban lingchop ka khlam jingpang covid-19 ki coach ki penpau shushu ki coach ki la penpau ba ka jingtuna kamdei tang hakaliang ka meet ne ka table ban ïalehkai henrei wat yo shilya ni ki mat ban penon kam ban siang ya ka madan ïalehkai ka Meghalaya Table Tennis Association kam chim don satya kumta kanu tam lele ha bakre ban phai khmat chaka national games lemda yakum kini ki jingtuna ki bakongsan amla ban penbyang nang no pat ban la ban khmilinti ki khna ïalehkai ba ka jylla kan pau hakum kini ki limpung ki coach ki ban rapru ba ka ka badon kam nang ni chakhamat ki khna ïalehkai ka jylla kan long ba ki don kam ki nyo ban yeshim banta kha kha ha ki babun ki limpung ïalehkai kam tam lele ki limpung ki balong ha ka tha ne ki batep kum ki regional level nolo kata ka song pisa ka ba ki khna ïalehkai ki ju yo ba kin khor lada ki ja ba ki job ha ki limpung ïalehkai balong ha ka jylla ka long ka bada duna hadu kata kata ne ka bam kwat ru wat tang ka bai kali ban pun poye ki shagoti.
It's not over yet. We come from Meghalaya. We are a small state. We are still learning. The process is going on. And if you see the previous nationals and if you see this nationals, you will see the difference, like how we have been playing. The result is in front of you. It's a process to learn. Within just a few years or something, a state cannot come up. It's a long process, and you are following the correct path, and we are going up top.
You are admitting deficiencies, so what are your suggestions to improve the game?
My coach can answer it.
So because everything is not good, you are giving a very
It has to be like a player-driven campaign. Means the player will decide what they want, and the rest of others they'll just give the support. That should be player-driven. It's not player-driven. It is like administration-driven. So players, they don't understand like what is going. Like everybody is trying to help. There's nobody to be blamed. But like we don't understand like what will happen next. Like when this coaching camp will take place. You said right, like we need long coaching camp. Like it's not like 3 months. It has to be like years of preparation. Because see, we'll be competing against Olympic athletes. All have international exposure. National exposure also is not enough. International exposure. So we need that level of exposure. Like the table, what you are seeing here, no? In Meghalaya, not even one table was there where this tournament is being conducted. Not even one table. So like that things we should have like 1 year before, at least the table. Like there are very rare places where we have a mat for training. We don't have a mat also in the state. That is the thing. So this is just a small trailer before the national games. So even the national games, if we want to do well, it has to be player driven. Means you have to take the player on the board and they decide what they want, and the media has to back the players, and the rest will just follow what the players are saying. Then you think result will be followed. Everything will be there. Now players like they don't feel free to say anything. If they say something, this will not be alright. That's why the players, they don't want to say anything. But there are a lot of things that can be done better. But some good things also is taking place. Like Meghalaya hosting this big tournament is not a joke. Like these are good things that is taking place. At least we are conducting tournaments. But our players should get more and more exposures. We are not getting any exposures. Like in a year we have like 2 or 3 tournaments. And the reward of the cash prize also is so less. So less. Like you can't even reach Guwahati with that cash prize. So how can you reach here into the medal? So that cash prize has to go up. We have to reward our players. Like today morning, we had a very good match in the mixed doubles. He won a very good match, and they competed against one of the top teams in railways, and they played very well. Like this guy, he made India #2 sweat few days ago. So these are just the glimpses, but we need a whole support system. Then things will get better.
For the players to become prominent, the administration also should change.
No, about the administration, see, it's not the administration should change, it's just like, see, there's so many things which are involved here. We cannot just blame the administration. Lot of things, like parents have to be more aware, they have to send their children, they have to be more interested in sport, the school should support the child. Suppose the school, there's a tournament now. Now the school has to give leave. The school is not willing to give leave to play the tournament. You keep writing letter and they are not giving leave. So how will the players play the tournament? Small things. The school has to support the players from the school level. Suppose the exams are there. So after every 2 months they are conducting exams. So players, they are not able to practice fully. So players should get some support extra, so that they can focus professionally on the sport.
So what about other facilities provided by during your stay here? Are you happy with that?
See, everything is okay, the need-wise is okay, but we need specialized, we need more equipments for our players. Suppose if you buy a racket, it costs 20,000 rupees. So a guy who's a college student, he cannot just buy. Not everyone's family can support. So those who are representing the state, at least they should get the equipment. Minimum equipment they should get, and minimum they should get exposure, how they want to train. Because see, there are 10 players, so all of them will not fit in one training method. So some have some international exposure also. Some players need, we should be willing to give them the exposure. See, we have an organizing committee, we should have a preparation committee before the tournament. When we have the preparation committee, it will give a boost to the team, and the players will do well. In the under 12, he was India #16, this Suranjit Day, in the under 12 when he was playing. But we could not capitalize on that. Now he's playing the senior level. So that talent we have got. We have got guy like Adarsh, who's played in Shillong. He played under 12 in Shillong. He left Shillong and he became India #1.
It's because of the pandemic.
It's because of the pandemic.
So what I want to say is that I want to add something, that our players, we don't have enough competitive exposure. What I find one reason is that. So whenever we had the national tournament, we straight away go to the tournament and participate. So this is what happened for our state. So the other players from the other state, they have the enough exposure, competitive exposure. So for national championship before, we were having some journals, different journals competition. From the other state, the other players, they have this competitive exposure. So we have different journals tournament, east, west, north, south, central. Okay, most of the players should come to participate in the nationals. They have already participated in each and every journals, and then they are coming to participate in the nationals. But in our state, the players, they doesn't have this type of exposure.